Hello students, welcome back to our geography session. Today we shall continue with lesson number 5, Winds part 2. But before we proceed ahead, let us recall what we had studied in the last lecture. In the last lecture, we studied that the movement of air is called wind. Wind is measured in the units of knots or kilometers per hour. Next we studied was the planetary winds. The planetary winds blow from high to low pressure belts and they blow throughout the year. We also studied about the polar winds. The winds blowing from the polar high pressure belt to the subpolar low pressure belt are called the polar winds, and these winds blow from east to west. So, the learning objectives for the day are the roaring 40s, the furious 50s, and the local winds. So, children, please open your textbooks to page number 23. Let us start with the subtopic Do you know? Winds in the southern hemisphere blow with great velocities. That means they blow with a great speed. The southern hemisphere is mostly occupied by oceans. That means there are many oceans in the southern hemisphere. In this hemisphere, the land surface is almost absent. That means there is no obstacle, nothing to block or stop the winds. So the winds blow with a greater velocity as compared to the northern hemisphere. Now let us see some of their characteristics. First we have is the roaring 40s. Beyond 40 degrees south, winds blow with a tremendous velocity. Tremendous means with a great speed. So these winds are called the roaring 40s. Next is the furious 50s. Furious means angry. Around 50 degrees south, the winds are stormy. So they are called the furious 50s. Next is the screeching 60s. Screeching means a loud noise. The stormy winds around 60 degrees south make a tremendous noise, and so they are called the screeching 60s. Coming ahead to the next subtopic, that is the local winds. The winds that blow for a short duration of time are known as the local winds. They will not blow throughout the year like the planetary winds, but they will blow only for a short period of time. And these winds originate in specific regions and they blow over a limited area. Therefore, they are called the local winds. Now, these local winds affect the climate of the region where they blow. These winds are known by different local names in the different regions where they blow. Now, children, let us see the next picture. What do you see in this picture? You can see the two mountains, and between the two mountains is the valley. So, here we have to study the valley breeze and the mountain breeze. Now, what do you mean by a breeze? Breeze means the air which is blowing. Now, first, let us see some of the characteristics of the valley breeze. The valleys are cooler as compared to the mountain tops during the day. So, because of the cooler air, naturally the temperature will be low. So, the air pressure is greater in the valley. So, here can you see the direction of the winds? That is the arrows. Yes, the winds will blow from the valley to the mountain tops. So, the hot and light air from the mountains descend downwards. Descend means it comes down. And cool air from the valleys ascend upwards. That means it will move up towards the mountains. So the valley breeze are set after the sun rises. Now let us see the mountain breeze. What will happen to the mountains at night? They will cool down quickly at night. Air pressure is high on the mountains. Then how will the winds blow? The winds will blow from the mountain towards the valley. So the hot and light air from the valley is pushed upwards and the cool air rushes down into the valley, and there will be a circular movement of the wind. So the mountain winds are set in after the sunset. Now let us proceed to the next subtopic. Do you know? The region up to 5 degree north and 5 degree south of the equator remains calm for most of the year, and the winds do not blow in this region. It is called the equatorial calm zone or the doldrums. Next now, in the area near the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, that is between 25 degree and 35 degree north and south, there exists a high pressure belt. This is also a calm belt. This belt is known as the horse latitudes. Now children, we have to observe the diagrams that are given. That is figure 5.5a, the sea breeze in your textbook, and figure 5.5b, the land breeze in your textbook. We have to observe these two diagrams and we have to answer some of the questions. First, let us have a look at the diagram, that is the sea breeze. The diagram showing the sea breeze. Now what is the sea breeze? When the cool breeze blows to the land, it is called a sea breeze. That means the wind is blowing from high pressure to a low pressure. Then what will happen? The air on the land will get heated up and the warm air will cool and come down again. Again, a high pressure and a low pressure area is developed. So, when the wind blows from the sea to the land, it is called a sea breeze. Now let us observe the next diagram. Here we can see the land breeze. Figure 5.5b in your textbook. Now what happens here? At night, the winds blow from the land towards the sea. So it is called a land breeze. Okay. That means from a high pressure area to a low pressure area. So here what happens children? The warm air on the water goes up and this warm air cools and comes down. Then we have the land breeze. Now let us answer some of the questions. The first question is, why do the breezes blow from the sea to the land during the day? Answer, the breeze blows from the sea to the land during the day because a high pressure belt is formed on the sea. Next question, when do the winds blow from the land to the sea? Answer, at night. The winds blow from the land to the sea. Next question, describe the winds shown in figure 5.5a. It is a sea breeze. Next question, compare figure 5.5a and 5.5b with reference to temperature, conditions, air pressure and wind. In figure 5.5a, the temperature is higher on land. Pressure is low on the land. So winds from the sea to the land in figure 5.5b. It is vice versa. That means just the opposite. Next question. Which winds are called sea breeze and which are called land breeze and why? Answer. Winds in 5.5a are sea breeze because they blow from the sea and 5.5b are land breeze because they blow from the land. Next question. In which part of India are land and sea breezes experienced? Answer. In India, it is experienced near the coastal areas. Now let us proceed to the geographical explanation. Let us see the difference between a land and water breeze. Land. The land is made up of dense matter. Dense matter means which occupies space and has a mass. So, the density of land is more. On the other hand, the density of water is quite less as compared to the land. Second difference here is the land is stable. That means it is not moving. It is opaque. Opaque means you cannot see anything. On the other hand, water is transparent. You can see through water and it is unstable. That means the water keeps on moving. Next difference is heat is transferred at a greater speed and in a higher proportion. So, the land gets heated quickly. On the other hand, water does not get heated quickly. So, the air pressure in land and water areas is different. Now, in the coastal areas, land gets heated during the daytime. So, the air on the land also gets heated and the air pressure on the land decreases. The sea water gets heated slowly. So, the air is less heated and the air pressure remains high. Winds blowing from the sea towards the land are called the sea breeze. And at night, the land cools down fast as compared to the sea. So, it has higher air pressure. Hence, the land breeze blow from the land towards the sea. Now, besides these winds also blow under particular conditions in different areas. These are also called the local winds. Example, Fawn, Chinook, Bora, Lu, etc. So students, we shall end our lecture here and in our next lecture, we shall study about the monsoon winds. So I hope you all have understood the local winds. Please read the lesson up till where it is taught. Thank you.